Jambo, how are you? Honestly, I am doing great. Why? Because tomorrow was supposed to be my first day as a PhD candidate, my class. Yeah. But because it is a Muslim New Year, the class has been taken to 1st of August to Monday. When I got my schedule, I was like, who puts a class on a Saturday? 7:30 p.m. Then I realized that for the first 5 years, I have been in a delusion that's not existing in the world. You see, for me, the weekend is Friday and Saturday. So when you put a class on Saturday in the evening, I'm not going for the weekend because the next day I have to go to work. Anyway, let's talk about how this journey started. 20 years ago, yes, I should stop saying 18. Yes, the year was 2002. I had just got an admission to the university, but because I had done my diploma from Strathmore University, the secretarial course, I decided I am old enough, I can get a job. My dad was actually kind of disappointed, despite the fact that he was the one who was supposed to pay for the school fees. But I think part of him was kind of delighted. No, he will not hear this. Because he had to save some money. Fast forward 18 years later, I'm seated in Dubai. I am in this job that has just shown me that I can be anything I want to be. I have joined these groups that I met my mentors like Kumar and Anna, and they are telling me, you've got greatness within you, you can be anything you want. So I go for this interview. I really, really wanted this job. Did my interview, and passed the first one, went for the second one, drum rolls. I was equal with the candidate. Now, the hiring manager got the two of our profile, and I really thank God for the feedback he gave me, because this is what happened. After the interview, he says, I'm sorry, I cannot take you. And I'm like, why? Why can't you not take me? He goes, oh, you see, the difference between you and the other one is that the other one has a master's and you only have a diploma. So however much I would like to hire you based on the experience, I feel that them with their masters, they can be able to bring in new things, new venture, because they have seen the world from a different point of perspective. And so we cannot hire you. 2015 August. Yes, I was that much devastated. But I think it was a coincidence, because soon after, Mount Kenya University decided to have an open day in Dubai. And that's how, after 18 years of having dropped out of university, I was back in class, did my bachelor's, I completed. And because I didn't want to take too long, decided to enroll in double masters, which was a really, really good choice, because one was the MBA, the other one was the psychology. I wanted to do a concentration on, I can't remember, sorry, my mind is going away. But then they dropped that concentration and decided that I should either do marriage counseling, family counseling, or drug health, options which I felt were not good for me, because I did not want to go through that. But I know what you're thinking, like, no, I wanted to do, yes, organizational behavior. And so I could not, so I had to drop that one. And because I was doing 2 masters, and I was with my master's in business administration, general, I didn't take any major. That's what I completed 2020 November. Due to the pandemic, didn't go for the graduation, which is okay. I never really, really looked forward to graduating master, because I knew if I go for it fully, then I will not go to the next step, which is a PhD. Now, my PhD journey has been quite interesting. I applied immediately after my master's, because I knew, oh yes, I will get. So what did I do? I applied for the 5 years American program, and you start from the master's and then you continue to the PhD, and people are like, oh, you're going backwards, blah, blah. But I said, no, I want to do organizational behavior. I never got in. I was rejected because they say I do not have the qualification, which is true because I'm not that much into psychology. I only have introduction to psychology to my name. Anyway, I was like, okay, no problem. I can do this. So last year in December, I did my ACT, and then I registered to do my GMAT so that now I can apply either in Germany or in Canada, Australia, now no US, long story. Because I wanted to go there and I got denied the visa, and I was like, oh, no US, no US, let's just go with the other people and let's do whatever. Canada was really helpful. But then when it came to December, because I remember I was supposed to do December 14th, the GMAT, I did my trials on December 12th. And when I scored 300, and most of the professors I've spoken to were like, because of my age, because of my type of background, they require me to score 700 out of 800 in order to have an opportunity to join the 14 students who are going to be in that classroom. I was like, no, so I postponed it to 30th of April. Now, this side is Ramadan. So what happened? In 2 weeks to my exam, I have studied, I've done everything. I'm really trying. I'm like, okay, this time at least I'm getting good scores. I'm getting 600. I'm getting at least 500, 600. I knew by the time the exam comes, I'll be at least 700 because that's how good I am when it comes to studying and when I put everything in my mind. They cancelled and refunded back. They did not even give me an option to reschedule. Why? Because the center that I was supposed to go to decided, bin Ramadan, they cannot host the exam. I was pissed off. I was like, what the hell? So I decided I'm going to register it for September. Then instead of registering it, I saw some shoes. And I decided to buy the shoes. Who uses the exam money to buy for shoes? Anyway, after buying the shoes, I had to look for money because, I'm working on my finances so that I can register for the gym. But when I finally got the money, I saw an ad on LinkedIn from Exit College in Dubai. So I decided, what the hell? I can always ask. Asking is not a problem. Let me just ask. And so I went and asked them, and then it turned out, yay! They do have a program from the UCAM University in Spain, and they can offer me. So after checking out the accreditation with the Dubai Ministry of Education, I tried checking out the accreditation with Ministry on the Spain Embassy in Qatar. Don't ever ask anything. They just replied back and said, we don't know, please supply us with the school. So what I did, I went to the school, and the school was like, yeah, we are able to offer with the Belfast group of schools. So once everything was completed, I did. So I was ready. I was like, okay, I have my SAT and I'm going to do my GMAT. And the lady goes, we don't require all that. You'll just have to meet with the panelist, and meeting with the panelists, you will just decide. So what happens after you get the provision offer based on your qualification, then you pay, then you meet with the panelists for the PhD interview, then you get your confirmed offer. So I was excited. I was like, okay, so I was supposed to start in June, but because I'm working on my finances, I'm paying for myself for this course. They told them, no, that's starting 30th July. Now 30th July, unfortunately, as you had, is New Year's for the Muslim. So we'll start on 1st of August. And that's how we ended up here. Next week, I'm going to tell you also what other factor pushed me. It was actually from the career perspective, because you have to ensure that you are great. Otherwise, enjoy your weekend, and remember, if you dream it, you can do it, and that not everybody will be rooting for you, even if they'll be smiling for you, but do it for yourself. scream, do anything you want. Like for me, I always tell people, go like, oh, you should keep quiet and come and tell people. But I always tell people because I am very lazy. And the only way my mind can be motivated is that I'll remember I told a lot of people and that I need to pass so that I can show them that I've already passed. Anyway, bye-bye. Enjoy the weekend and see you next week. Later.